Good morning, girls. Welcome again for the online session of English language. As you all know, we have started chapter number 1, in which we are discussing about the persuasive signs, and one has to be very popular, understandable when culturally people are different. This particular article is written by Steve Martin. Up till this, we have seen about him, then cultural diversity, then cross cultural communication. Then I told you about individualism and collectivism model. Then in the second session we discussed about the few examples who are representing individual as well as collectivism psychology. Then I started in the last lecture about Citibank survey. Some researchers have made survey on Citibank. Then we saw about different cultures. Then, if I am not mistaken, then we supposed to discuss about the final part of the chapter, right? Before that, in the last, what we saw about collective focused cultures. See the last point, in collective focused cultures, however, it would be more useful to demonstrate to your audience that how you are connected or known to ranking members of their organization before you make your proposal. Yes, whatever information you pass on, that should be passed on by you in the proper manner, because in collective focused culture every decision will be focused keeping in mind the group of people. It will be affected to number of people whosoever is connected to you. So, however, it would be more useful to demonstrate means to show to your audience what? That yes, you are connected to number of people of the organization before you speak out anything, before you make up any proposal to them. So you have to keep in mind the culture of the particular group. Then in the final phase of the chapter, let us see today, studies like these also provide a valuable reminder that those who move from one culture setting to another may need to adjust the strategies they use when building relationships, securing cooperation, and working with others. Yes, for example, after completion of your graduation, you may decide that I want to go for the further study at abroad. તમે વિચારો છો કે તમારે બ્રિટન જવું છે કે બ્રિટનની સો એન્ડ સો યુનિવર્સિટીમાં એડમિશન લેવું છે અને MBA કરવું છે કે કોઈ બીજો કોર્સ કરવો છે. Then after you want to settle down there, but before that, if you are planning to go there or if you are planning to go for the further study, then definitely it would be a kind of new cultural setting for you. You have to go there, then after you have to adjust with the strategies that they are running off, and you have to set your mindset, you have to set with the culture, and you have to set with that group of people. Why? Because when building relationship, it is so important that adjustability should be there in a person. So it is useful for building relationships, સિક્યોરિંગ કોઓપરેશન, તમારે સહકારની જરૂર પડશે, તમે એકલા આગળ નહીં વધી શકો. વોટ્સો એવર યુ આર ડુઈંગ, કોઈપણ પ્રકારના પ્રોગ્રેસમાં તમે કોઈપણ જગ્યાએ જ્યારે કામ કરો છો, ઓર વોટ એવર યુ આર ડુઈંગ, યુ નીડ અ કાઇન્ડ ઓફ સિક્યોરિટી, યુ નીડ અ કાઇન્ડ ઓફ કોઓપરેશન, એન્ડ એસ્પેશિયલી વાઇલ વર્કિંગ વિથ અધર્સ. કે તમે કોઈ મલ્ટીનેશનલ કંપનીમાં ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ ઇન ફ્યુચર કામ કરવાના છો કે કરતા હો, ઇન દેટ કેસ યુ મે બી ફાઇન્ડિંગ ડિફરન્ટ કલ્ચરલ પીપલ ઓવર ધેર. તો એવા વ્યક્તિઓની સાથે તમે કેવી રીતે કામ કરી શકો, જો તમારામાં એડજસ્ટેબિલિટી એઝ વેલ એઝ પેશન્સ શુડ બી ધેર. ઇન સમરી, this paragraph, girls, is so very useful because it is almost elaborating the whole chapter. So the whole paragraph is quite useful from the examination point of view. You can add in your answer. In summary, what is said in the chapter, the effectiveness of our requests and communications will often be predetermined by the cultural origin of the receiver of our communication. સ્વાભાવિક છે. ગઈકાલે જ મેં સ્ટુડન્ટ્સને એક કોટ સમજાવ્યો હતો. વોટ યુ સ્પીક ઇઝ નોટ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ બટ હાવ યુ સ્પીક. આઈ રિપીટ, વોટ યુ સ્પીક ઇઝ નોટ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ બટ હાવ યુ સ્પીક. સો હાઉસો એવર યુ આર મેકિંગ ધ રિક્વેસ્ટ is more important than whatsoever you are saying. In the communication, communicator is belonging to particular culture and receiver is also belonging to sometimes the same and maybe from different culture. તો ઇફેક્ટિવનેસ તમારી ક્યારે 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 પ્રૂવ કરી શકાશે? when you will be able to make yourself effective. when the requester રિક્વેસ્ટ કરે છે એને રિક્વેસ્ટર કહેવાય. when the requester has put up in the proper sense proposal as well, whatever he has spoken, he should have or she should have spoken in the proper manner. So our request and communications, આપણી રજૂઆતો અને આપણી વિનંતીઓ will be often determined કે predetermined, તો કે પૂર્વ નિર્ધારિત કરી શકાય કે ખબર છે કે ભાઈ સો એન્ડ સો સ્ટુડન્ટ છે તો કે એની એ વીકનેસ છે, એ જ્યારે વાત કરશે તો એવી રીતે વાત કરશે. કે કોઈ પણ વ્યક્તિની તમે તમારા ફેમિલી મેમ્બર્સને ઇવન યુ આર વેરી મચ અવેર ઓફ, તમે ઓળખો છો કે તમારા પપ્પા સામે રજૂઆત કરવી છે તો તમે કઈ રીતે કરશો. યુ નો બેટર અબાઉટ દેટ પર્સન એન્ડ એઝ વેલ યોર ફાધર ઇઝ બેટરલી નોન ટુ યુ ઓલ્સો ઓર હી નોઝ અબાઉટ યોર વે ઓફ કમ્યુનિકેશન. સો હી કેન ઓલ્સો પ્રીડિટરમાઇન. તો એ પણ પહેલેથી નક્કી કરી શકે કે તમે શું કહેવા માગો છો. સો યોર કમ્યુનિકેશન્સ વિલ બી ડિટરમાઇન્ડ બાય ધ કલ્ચરલ ઓરિજિન. તો કે તમે જે કલ્ચરથી બિલોંગ કરો છો એવા પ્રકારના સંસ્કાર તમારામાં હશે, એવા પ્રકારની રજૂઆત તમારામાં હશે. એન્ડ દેટ ઓબ્વિયસલી અફેક્ટ ટુ ધ રિસીવર થ્રુ અવર કમ્યુનિકેશન. સો ધીસ ઇઝ વેરી ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ ગર્લ્સ. This doesn't necessarily mean that cultures differ entirely from one another, but when looking to influence and persuade others, it is increasingly important not only to be responsible and ethical communicator, but to take these culture matters into account too. બીજું એક એક્ઝામ્પલ આપો. તમે ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ જ્યાં રહ્યો છો એની આજુબાજુમાં કદાચ એક બે ફેમિલી એવા પ્રકારના છે કે જે કલ્ચરલી ડિફરન્ટ છે, તો એના વે ઓફ લિવિંગ, વે ઓફ ઇટિંગ, વે ઓફ વેરિંગ ડ્રેસીસ વુડ બી ડિફરન્ટ, રાઈટ? સો ધીસ ડઝન્ટ necessarily mean that cultures differ entirely from one another. કહેવાનો અર્થ એવો નથી કે એ હ્યુમન બિંગ્સ જ છે. જે લોકો અલગ કલ્ચરથી બિલોંગ કરે છે એ હ્યુમન બિંગ્સ છે, એટલે કે તમે એની સાથે નહીં બોલો કે તમે એની સાથે કમ્યુનિકેશન નહીં રાખો, દેટ મીન્સ કે તમે યુ વુડ બી ક્રિએટિંગ અ ડિસ્ટન્સ. દેટ ડઝન્ટ મીન કે તમારા રિલેશનશિપ છે એ આગળ જઈને સારા થઈ શકે. તમારા ન બોલવાથી કંઈ ફેર નથી પડવાનો, બટ યસ ઓફકોર્સ they are of different culture, you have to accept that culture and you have to make proper relationship or communication to that different cultural people. એનાથી કંઈ ફેર પડવાનો નથી, ઇઝન્ટ ઇટ? જે અલગ સંસ્કૃતિના લોકો છે એની સંસ્કૃતિને પણ આપણે સ્વીકારવી પડે. વી કાન્ટ સે કે વી આર નોટ એબલ ટુ એડજસ્ટ વિથ ધેમ. યસ, એની ઘણી ખામીઓ, એની ઘણી ખૂબીઓ એ સ્વીકારીને તમારે ચાલવું પડે. બટ when it affects, especially when looking to influence and persuade others, it is increasingly important. સૌથી વધારે અગત્યનું ક્યારે થઈ જાય છે કે તમારે જ્યારે કોઈ વ્યક્તિને કન્વિન્સ કરવાના છે, when you want to influence, when you want to create an impact on someone, as well when you want to persuade means to convince others, it is increasingly important not only to be responsible. Being a communicator, you have to be responsible. It is your ethical duty, as well as you should be an ethical communicator, but to take these cultural matters into account too. Yes, you have to take cultural consideration and cultural differences, and accepting that differences of culture, yes, you are able to generate, you are able to influence the other person. So that is all about the chapter. This chapter is giving you an idea of what? Yes, it is giving you an idea that communicator should be ethical, communicator should be responsible, communicator has to persuade others properly. Communicator, if that person is belonging to different culture, and the receiver who receives the communication, if that person is belonging to different culture, yes, you have to create a kind of an environment which is suitable for the receiver, and you have to all the time keeping the differences in mind while communicating to others. So this is very important, that yes, taking this into an account of all the things should be properly communicated, although having of different cultures. કે કલ્ચરલ ડિવાઇડ્સ તમને એ જ શીખવાડે છે કે કલ્ચરલી તમે ભલે ડિવાઇડેડ હો, પણ કમ્યુનિકેશનની દ્રષ્ટિએ તમે ડિવાઇડેડ થવા જોઈએ નહીં. So that is all about the chapter. Now girls, question answers are there to be discussed. Let us start with the first one. Before I start, let me remind you that you are going to have an exam. So for your examination preparation, I remind you that we have completed our 2 topics of grammar, or the composition rather, and this is the 3rd chapter I have done from my side after completing the question answers. Now only 2 chapters and 2 topics are remaining, right? So that is there in your online sessions, it will be there. Start preparing for your exam, or start making your preparations rather. Write down question answers, whatever the question answers are there in your every chapter, as well start preparing report as well as essays which we have discussed. So coming back to the question answers, number 1, why does the author say that if you are in business, then you are in the global business? This answer can be answer can be different. Why? Again, coming back to the chapter, see the very first paragraph. See the very first line. If you are having the textbook, then you can follow from your text also. If you are in business, then you are in global business. Why? Because business is not the limited aspect. It is not only limited to your town, it is not only limited to your range, it is, in fact, business has become globally, business concept has become global, number 1. Number 2, your business is not limited to you or near about your people, near around your people. You have to create such a business that is globally accepted. You get global platform, which is very much important. So while entering yourself in the business, you should have accepted this reality that yes, you are going to face different cultural people, you are going to have a communication with different people of different areas, maybe of different mindset. So while doing business, you have to keep this term in mind that if you are in business, then you are in the global business, because you have to always keep in mind the global scenario, and then only you can work properly. Again, so that was the small question. Second is, what makes the process of understanding consumer decision making and behavior difficult? The process of understanding consumer decision making. For example, તમારે grocery store છે, right? And the customer has come to buy a soap, SOAP soap, isn't it? દરેક કસ્ટમરની માઇન્ડસેટ અલગ અલગ હશે, દરેક કસ્ટમરનું પ્રેફરન્સ અલગ અલગ હશે, દરેક કસ્ટમરની બ્રાન્ડ અલગ અલગ હશે. You have to create that understandability for the consumer, that what decision that consumer will take and what kind of that consumer's behavior may be difficult to digest for you. So you have to create the process of understanding. Now coming back to the chapter, if you are working in a large corporation, an owner operator within or with a single website, it is likely that your communications will reach people from a wide variety of cultural origin. Then after, see the next line. These cultural considerations make understanding consumer decision making and behavior even more complex and challenging. Why? Because in business world you are having different people of different behavior. That may be complex, that may be challenging. On the next level, you may not have accepted, or you rather may not have expected. So, what can be done with you on the very next step may be quite challenging. So, this cultural consideration, you have to keep cultural consideration એટલે સ્વીકાર in your mind that yes, whatever decision consumer will take may not be always digestible for you. કન્ઝ્યુમરને કંઈક પ્રોડક્ટમાંથી વાંધો હોય, કન્ઝ્યુમરને પોતાનું ડિસિઝન લેવામાં વાંધો હોય, કે કલ્ચરલી બાયસ થઈ અને ડિસિઝન લેતા હોય, then in that case also it would be quite challenging for you because of these cultural differences. So keep this thing in your mind that whomsoever or the consumer, any of the consumer is culturally different, may take decision from different point of view. So it would be challenging for the one who is doing the business. Clear? Number 3. What precautions should one take while applying the rule of thumb for effectively communicating and persuading people from different cultures? Remember, some rules are explained by this Steve Martin. Rules of thumb, કે એ પાયાના મુદ્દાઓ કે જરૂરિયાત વાળા નિયમો કે necessary rules through which you are able to make effective communication and you can persuade people from different cultures. What are that? Let us see. Again, one thing is repeated here, like first rule you can write cultural consideration that person has to keep in mind. One has different mindset, one has different level of thinking. So cultural consideration is the first rule of thumb that communicator has to keep in mind. Number 2, individualism can be a rule of thumb. It depends upon the society, in which society person is living. If it is of individualistic society, then it would be focusing on the individual culture. Third, it can be of collectivism, or the collectivism culture is focused by the people of that society. So depends upon the culture, depends upon the lifestyle, or depends upon the way of living. Societal living may affect you to convey things in a different manner. When it is applicable to single, it is an individualistic. When it is applicable to a group of people, it is collectivism. And the third is cultural consideration, is you have to keep in mind. Number 4, what is the difference between the behavior of individual focused cultures and collective focused cultures? As I just now said about this, but let us revise it properly through the reference of the text. Here the answer is given, in which you have to write about individualism and collectivism, especially the difference. Individualistic culture is a society which is characterized by individualism, which focuses individualism, and which is prioritizing or emphasizing or give emphasis of the individual over the entire group. તો કે વ્યક્તિ ઉપર ભાર મૂકવામાં આવે છે. Individualistic culture is oriented around the self, so self is at the center. In the collectivism, society as it is at the center. So being independent, instead of identifying with a group mentality, they see each other as only loosely linked and valued person, goes over group interest. Loosely linked એટલા માટે કારણ કે દરેક વ્યક્તિના વિચારો અલગ અલગ હોય, but still they have to value personal goals over group interest. એટલે ઘણી વખત સેલ્ફિશ ડિસિઝન લઈને પોતાના ગોલ્સને અચીવ કરવા માટે એ બીજાને નુકસાન પહોંચાડી શકે. એવા પ્રકારની સંસ્કૃતિ એને ઇન્ડિવિજ્યુઅલિસ્ટિક કલ્ચર કહી શકો. So that focuses, number first and very important, that focuses on the culture, that focuses on the self. Rather, in the collectivism model, it focuses on the society. So that is the major difference you get here, that you are supposed to write. How is individualistic and collectivist behavioral difference seen in a detergent advertisement? That clearly example is shown here in this. This whole you are supposed to write. So this example is mentioned in the Journal of Experimental Psychology, and the advertisement of detergent, in which, when it is applicable to the audience of individualistic society, it is presented in these words like cleans with a softness that you will love. When it is applicable to the collectivistic audiences, so it is focused societies, or that giving focus on the society, and responded more positively on the message, like it is written in this sense, clean with the softness your family will love. So the family and you is here italically mentioned by me. So that is the difference you get here. So here the focus is given on the self, here the focus is given on the society. So this you can write in your answer clearly. See the sixth question. What influences people from different cultures when they have to decide whether to help someone? In fact, this question includes the whole survey. The question is, કોઈપણ વ્યક્તિ જ્યારે મદદ માંગે છે ત્યારે અલગ અલગ સંસ્કૃતિના લોકો કયા પ્રકારના વિચારો કરશે? તો કે what influences people to help the person of different culture? In short, તો કે કઈ બાબત અસર કરશે કે જ્યારે તમારી પાસે કોઈ મદદની રિક્વેસ્ટ કરે છે, then how will you help? What are there in your mind, or what thoughts are there in your mind to help someone? તો આપણે આ બધી જ બાબતો જોઈ હતી. Let me show you. Yes, here the survey starts, in which the same question is there કે કોઈ વ્યક્તિને તમે મદદની રિક્વેસ્ટ કરો છો તો ત્યારે કઈ કઈ બાબતો ઓબ્ઝર્વ કરશે? I start with this, like in the westernized cultures, what is their mindset? તો એ લોકો શું વિચારશે? US, Canada and UK Citibank employees tended, so usually they are habituated to take an individual market-based approach when deciding whether to help out a colleague or not. તો કે marketability એ વ્યક્તિની કેવી છે? Whether that person is simply popular in the market, having on a higher position, then and then only they will help out a colleague, or the colleague rather is cooperative to them or not. In essence, સાથે સાથે શું કહે છે? when deciding whether they should help them or not, તો એના માટે સૌથી પહેલાં આ પ્રશ્ન એ લોકો પોતાની જાતને પૂછે છે કે what has this person done for me recently? તો કે એને મારા માટે શું કરેલું છે? તો આ બધી જ બાબતોની વાત આપણે કરી હતી. અને તો એ લોકો મદદ કરવા માટે તૈયાર થશે કે જો એ કલીગે એના માટે કંઈક કરેલું હશે તો અને માત્ર તો જ. that colleague had done something for them first તો અને માત્ર તો જ સેલ્ફિશ મોટિવથી એમના દ્વારા મદદ કરવામાં આવશે. સેકન્ડ સર્વે, આ પણ તમે આન્સરમાં એડ કરી શકો કે what is there in the Asian cultures? that in the China, Korea, Citibank employees, they adopt generally more collective family based approach. પહેલો શું થયો? individualistic approach, and here the approach is changed in the Asian cultures because they are following collectivism theory. So consequently they always ask this question like, is this person connected to someone in my group or department? શું એ મારી સાથે directly or indirectly જોડાયેલો છે? or is it on a higher rank? If the answer was yes, then they felt more obligated to comply with request. They felt more obligated to help that person for the request. So what I mean is, it is so important for the person who belongs to which culture. So this particular Asian cultural people, they are following collective family approach. So accordingly they will help. Then you can include these Mediterranean and South Asian cultures also. You can add German and Scandinavian culture also. So this is what accordingly they would be ready to help the person. 7. What is meant by the horizontal and vertical distinction among societies? તમારા દ્વારા અથવા તો particularly chapterમાં what is said here about horizontal as well as vertical distinction means તફાવત, ભેદ, difference among these societies. What is the main difference that you are supposed to write? So clearly the paragraph is shown for that. So the distinction between horizontal and vertical society is, horizontal societies are those that value equality amongst members whereas vertical societies place an emphasis on the hierarchy. That is a major difference that you are supposed to write. So hierarchical difference they always measure while taking the decision in the vertical societies. In the horizontal societies they always follow equality, they always ready to help, they always ready to maintain equal behavior to the people in that group. Next, number 8, what should one do while working with individual focused cultures? So that person is already included in this 6th. If you are belonging to individual focused culture, then obviously you have to adjust, you have to ask such question while putting up the request to the other, and accordingly you will respond the person in the individual focused culture, because individual focused culture is always keep self at the center. So accordingly you will behave. Number 9 is important. What kind of approach would work well with the collective focused cultures? Here you can include about the individual focused cultural aspects specifically mentioned in the slide. Number 9, in the collective focused cultures, yes. In collective focused cultures, before that the about individual cultural focus answer is given, you can refer it. In the collective focused cultures, it would be more useful to demonstrate to your audience how you are connected or known to higher ranking members of their organization before you make your proposal. So you have to always keep this thing in your mind that that person would be acquiring higher ranking in the organization before you make any proposal to them or him. Accordingly, you have to put up these aspects. Last but not the least, this question is so important for your exam, girls. What is the most important thing to consider when looking to influence and persuade people? It's a one-line answer, but better to revise it. Effectiveness is only maintained by the one who is making request, who is a communicator. And when looking to influence and persuade others, it is increasingly important not only to be responsible, being a ethical communicator, but to take these cultural matters into account too. એટલે કે કલ્ચરલ વિભિન્નતાઓને ધ્યાનમાં રાખી અને તમારે ખાસ કરીને આ બધી જ બાબતો પુટઅપ કરતી વખતે you should be convincing, influencing to the different people. This is what the thing is important for the chapter. So that's all from my side. From the question answers point of view, these 10 questions are including the whole chapter, and here the chapter ends from my side. Please revise it because it is quite tricky. You need constant revision for this, and if there is any query or the question, you can ask me personally. So girls, prepare accordingly, write down the questions in your book. I end here, and thank you very much and have a nice day.